Sajid Tarar's statement, a plan to destroy Ambani Adani. Pakistan Army targeting India's biggest companies. Just imagine. You're sipping your morning tea, you open the newspaper, and the first headline you see is that the Pakistan Army is now planning an attack not on the border, but on India's biggest companies. It wouldn't be surprising if the cup slipped from your hands. The very thought sends shivers down the spine. If this were to happen, how massive would the blow to India's economy be? Until now, we've heard that Pakistan's strategy was limited to cross-border firing, small-scale terrorist attacks, or spreading unrest in Kashmir. But the latest revelations have completely changed the game. Pakistan's new intent appears to be a direct strike on India's economic heartbeat. And that heartbeat lies in the companies that have helped make India the world's fifth largest economy. Mukesh Ambani's Reliance and Gautam Adani's vast empire. This raises a burning question in everyone's mind. What exactly is Pakistan's real motive? And is it truly capable of targeting these vital economic nerves of India? Today, we will dive deep into this very subject. But before that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay updated with all our latest videos. So, without any further delay, let's begin today's discussion. You should know that behind this shocking revelation is the name of Pakistani origin American businessman Sajid Tarar. A video of his went viral on social media, in which he can be seen laughing and proudly claiming that Pakistan will no longer waste time on small attacks. According to him, the Pakistani Army now has its eyes set on India's biggest companies, Reliance and the Adani Group. This statement becomes even more serious because Tarar is no ordinary man. He's an influential figure in the United States, the founder of the Muslims of America organization, and it is believed that he played a crucial role in facilitating a meeting between Pakistani Army Chief General Asim Munir and US President Donald Trump. When a person with such a strong network openly says that India's top companies are on the Pakistani Army's radar, it cannot be taken lightly. For India, this is an alarm bell, especially since it isn't just one man's statement. Pakistan's Army Chief Asim Munir himself has, on multiple occasions, declared that the real way to defeat India is not at the borders, but by targeting its economy. During one of his visits to the US, in a gathering of nearly 120 Pakistani expatriates, he clearly said that India's major economic assets will be attacked. He even explicitly mentioned Mukesh Ambani's massive refinery in Jamnagar, Gujarat. This refinery is recognized as the world's largest refinery, processing millions of barrels of crude oil every day, and is the single biggest hub powering India's energy needs. Now just imagine, if a project like the Jamnagar refinery were attacked, how deep its impact would be. The consequences would not remain limited to Gujarat or even India. The global oil supply chain would collapse. Prices of petrol and diesel would shoot through the roof. Industries would come to a halt, and the everyday lives of common people would be directly affected. This is why treating such threats as mere rhetoric would be foolish. Pakistan has made it clear that its new strategy is to cripple India's economy, not merely target military bases. But the real question is, why does Pakistan want to do this? The answer is simple. Pakistan itself is already on the brink of collapse. Its economy survives on debt. Without the IMF, its treasury cannot function. Inflation and unemployment have pushed its citizens to the verge of rebellion. Against the dollar, the Pakistani rupee has crashed to the ground. In such conditions, Pakistan is in no position to fight a direct war. Its military knows very well that if a war with India breaks out, Pakistan's condition will deteriorate even further. That is why their new strategy is to strike at India's real strength, its economy. Today, India's identity is not only defined by its army, but also by its industrial giants. Mukesh Ambani and Gautam Adani are not just businessmen. They have become symbols of India's economic power. Ambani is the 18th richest person in the world, with a net worth of nearly $99 billion. His Reliance Industries is India's most valuable company, with businesses spanning oil, gas, retail, and digital services. Through Jio, he brought a telecom revolution that connected millions of Indians to the internet. On the other hand, 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 Adani has built an empire across ports, airports, power, and infrastructure. An empire that beats at the very heart of Asia's economy. If attempts are made to hurt these two, it will not only shake India's economy but also trigger ripples across the global economy. Sajid Tarar's statement and Asim Munir's threats are actually part of a psychological war. Pakistan knows very well that today India influences the world not just through its military power, but through its economic strength. If doubts are raised about the security of India's top companies, if investors are made to feel afraid, if global media is convinced that India's corporate sector is unsafe, then this too becomes a way to weaken India. But India today is not the India of the 1990s or 2000s. Indian security agencies now keep a 24/7 watch over the country's critical infrastructure. At a place like Jamnagar refinery, the security cover is so tight that not even a bird could breach it. Hundreds of CCTV cameras, drone surveillance, and special forces are deployed there. Adani's ports and airports also have exceptional security arrangements. To counter the threat of cyber attacks, India has been continuously strengthening its digital security networks. History shows us that every time Pakistan has tried to hurt India, India has emerged stronger. From the Kargil War to the 26/11 attacks, from the tragedy of Pulwama to the Balakot airstrikes, India has always responded, not only defending itself, but proving its capabilities to the world. This is why today, Ambani and Adani are not seen as just wealthy businessmen, but as warriors of India's economic independence. Here it is important to understand what Pakistan's real motive is. For decades, the Pakistani Army has controlled both politics and the economy. But when the country's condition becomes so bad that the people are on the verge of rebellion, the easiest weapon for the army and the government is anti-India rhetoric. This diverts public anger outward. That is why figures like Asim Munir and Sajid Tarar make such statements. It is nothing but a strategy to divert attention from Pakistan's domestic crisis. For India, this is certainly a challenge. But it is not a time to fear. Today, India is the fifth largest economy in the world and is on track to become the third largest in the coming years. Investors from across the globe are pouring money into India. The market here is powered by 1.4 billion people. Indian companies are not only serving India, but also providing the world with energy, infrastructure, and technology. The biggest lesson from this entire story is that today's wars are not fought only with guns and bombs, but also with economies and corporations. Industrialists like Ambani and Adani are not just businessmen, they are pillars of India's self-reliance. Pakistan's dream may be to bring down these pillars, but India's determination is to make them even stronger. The Pakistani Army's threats may grab headlines, but the truth is that India's strength is so vast that no one can cause it permanent harm. Investor confidence, public trust, and the vigilance of security agencies together keep India secure. And that is India's greatest strength.
Taught you something new. Do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.